left it open, and I opened it up, and nobody came out to say hi. You know, if you open up a beehive, there's always guards there that will come and say, "What are you doing, man?" They were all drunk in there, and there was hardly anybody home. I'd looked at them on them, 5 days before, and it was a vibrant, really thriving hive. And then I think there was maybe 10 or 15% bees left in there. They're all drunk, walking in circles. And I called the government, Health Canada, I think, federal, and they sent an inspector here. He was here within 2 or 3 days, and he took samples and sent them to the lab. And at Christmas, I got a letter that said they were poisoned by neonicotinoids. And I thought, I'm looking around because that's on a corn seed, right? And then I clued in. On the other side of that bush is a farmer, and he had planted on Tuesday or Wednesday his cornfield. And what I found out is it only takes about 3 bees to come back from his field to infect my hive. It's such a good insecticide. It's a very effective insecticide. So it took 3 bees to come back to kill my hives. And I got new hives from a buddy and replaced them, but they didn't survive the winter. And I've just lost my spirit. I just got tired of trying. And I plant on my farm acres of fields for bee pasture. I grow it just for my buddies, because I love good honey from my own land, and I think it's special. And there's research out there now that claims that you'll get a big immunity boost if you consume honey that's from the land that you live on. And there's a guy doing a doctoral thing in France and Germany about that. And they claim that the bees take up immunities that are required in your area, and you can get that through their honey to you. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I like my own honey. I like to know that the bees, if you look at my farm, you see all the little yellow patches, that's sweet clover. Like sweet clover doesn't get on the crop. It makes the land a little bit better, but it's bee pasture. And my bees flourish. And if the bees are flourishing, pollination of my crop is happening. The year before I got my first beehive here, now we had hives our whole life, but there was a 20-year hiatus in there. The universe sent me a hive. I found a swarm in an apple tree one April, and I hunted through my dad's old stuff and cleaned a hive, and I put the swarm in there, and it's actually these bees right here, 10 years later. The year after I got a beehive, my yield increased in my squash by 100 times. It went from I had 6 of those plastic tubs. Everybody's got those plastic tubs, right? Half an acre, I get 6 tubs. The year following, I got 6,600 pounds off the same number of plants, same amount of ground. The year that my yield was really lousy, there was no pollinators here. I saw 1 honeybee the entire year, and some bumblebees, but not many. And then I got my own hive, and then everything, boom. Cukes, zooks, tomatoes, everything boomed. And I attributed some of that, not just to the weather. The weather was good too, but was because I had ample amount of pollination. So I thought, well, I'll always have bees now.